want
fine
people.
right now.
It's like you don't always want to.
You know we're live.
Yeah, I know. Of
Okay,
course,
just want to make sure.
I see the sign that says you are live. And all I was saying is sometimes we have conversations and we talk about topics that I don't want to have a big audience for, and I'd rather talk in private. That's all.
We're going to talk in private on a publicly available live stream that's available on 5 different places.
That's right. And now. That will be on chain forever and recorded. And I don't.
Yeah. But we're going to talk really quiet today.
Sometimes it just feels like it's just me and you, though. And
yeah, it does. It does sometimes feel like that. And I still keep thinking we've got to dial in these other platforms. So if you're watching a retake, if you're watching on degendao, if you're watching on Pine Tree, we love you and thank you. And I haven't checked out all those things yet, so I hope they're good. So maybe you can go check. That'd be great. I'm afraid to do anything else on my computer because my computer's been wiggy. So I still haven't. I'll say this at the top just so people know. Yesterday's episode just finally went up this morning. It was literally loading the whole night. I went to sleep and it still wasn't uploaded. So I started over this morning. So anyway, haven't casted about it, but it's in all the places now. If you're looking for, we had a great chat with Toady Hawk yesterday about better. So go check that out. And we are going to get rolling. So we will be back on the other side. Oh, go ahead. What?
I just was going to show you. Check out Den.
Hi. Hi, Den.
And
hi, Den. We have to check out they're supposed to be bringing in some new prediction markets on Den. We got to figure that out because I just think we could do something silly. And like, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure out a good plan. I think the over-under is not going to work because they're always going to pick over.
Always. Until they see me bet. Oh, check out Retake. What's up, Retake?
Okay, what's up, Retake? All right, good. All right, we will be back on the other side of this 40 seconds for all the Farcaster and base news, and we are going to be chatting about exactly what everybody's chatting about. We'll be talking about the death of Farcaster, quote unquote, as well as DRB is having a moment. So catch us on the other side of this 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Wednesday, January 14th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes-ish of Farcaster news to start your day. And we have a lot to chat about today. It's going to be a lot. It's really not a lot. Like, we don't have a lot of links. Like, we don't have a lot of individual topics. We have one big topic that we'll get to towards the end of the show, and that is that everybody thinks Farcaster is either being sold, dying, various things. So we're going to talk that through. I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on. We'll discuss.
Yes, all the conspiracies out, and people love gossip and rumors.
I love a good conspiracy theory. You know this about me if you've been watching the show.
Oh, really?
Just know. A little bit. Just a smidge. Just love it. Just a smidge. And before I forget, thank you to the Haberdashery, who is our sponsor today. And we really appreciate their support. They've been supporting us through December and January. And go check them out. The best place to go look is in the degendao channel on Farcaster. And you'll find all the fun things there. So thank you so much to them.
Do you know if any other clients have implemented channels?
Yeah. Yes. I feel like yes. And I don't remember where. I've been trying them all out. And I honestly, they're starting to flow together where I can't remember who had what.
Like
I think the Degen app.
Oh.
The Degen app has channels. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Does Uno? I don't know if Uno does. Base, you can see the channel. You just can't post to a channel, but it's tagged with it on the. It was. I don't know if it still is, but it used to be tagged with it. I can't remember the rest right now. I have to go back and look. I've been trying to like move around here and there, but I get stuck in my ways, especially if I'm pulling links. So even if I find so one thing I have been doing, I've been using Sofa, been using the trending feed, and I did this morning, and I always find things that I missed. So I'll go in, I'll look at the trending feed, but then I go back to Farcaster to get the link to make sure it looks good on here. So that's the only problem, is that little back and forth. But Chris co-created, loving Sofa. It's great. And mostly, yes, I am just mostly focusing on the trending feed because I love it so. But I literally found like 3 different casts that I had completely missed that were quite relevant today. So yeah.
Great.
All right, Adrienne, let's dive in. We've got things to chat about. First, some actual news. Way before the gossip. Well, this actually ties into the gossip. Well,
everything. Listen, when you're a conspiracy theorist, anything you see will support your case. So
absolutely. So this is developer rewards update. We're pausing the developer rewards program. This is from V. There is an increasing amount of spam activity, making it harder to reward developers working on valuable apps. We'll bring this back once we have a better model for rewards that is harder to game. So, lots of feelings about this. Some people who are just a little disappointed, especially the smaller developers who are I feel bad for those who are creating like really good experiences that they're kind of getting looped in, but that happens. It's unfortunate.
Okay. I don't feel bad for anybody.
Okay. All right then.
No one gets my sympathy because I've been building mini apps and I've gotten $0 and I'm doing it for the love of the game.
She has no sympathy for any of you.
Oh,
not a one. Suffer. So this is from Peachy. Following up to that, worth noting, spam has even hit the developer rewards. When you see bad actors, report them. Use the report buttons, then block them. This is what I've been doing a lot. The team sees when many good casters block and report the same accounts. It sucks that real developers won't get paid right now, but it's worth it to work through culling the spammy bad actors. Promote real builders and use their apps. If you see a mini app solely farming to steal reward money, or even worse, your seed phrases, she was the one calling that one out last week, immediately report it. It matters. It makes a difference. And shout out, little moment of appreciation for Peachy, because she has been, the one I see the most talking about spam, talking about these types of things, and really kind of on alert for this. So appreciate you. I did tag Chintan in the cat, the meow cat, who's been replying to everybody, who's so spammy.
Caster agent?
Yeah, that one. They were working on that for the base app to try and work on some of this spam issue. So there you go. All right, moving on. This is from Manan of Nanar, planning to roll out some upgrades to authentication, user management, and team management on dev.nanar.com tomorrow between 8 and 8:30 a.m. PST. So a few hours from now. Will result in a minor downtime in the dev portal due to asynchronous deployments across front end and back end. API, webhooks, and other products will not be impacted. So if you just see anything that looks a little bumpy during that time period, this is why. And very cool, especially team management. That sounds interesting. Like I've been wondering, like, can we just use one account? But I'm about to like build like a zillion mini apps, so probably not.
Yes. My mini app arc. I think very soon we'll be able to use one account or have teams, except you're just going to keep getting pushed up and you're still going to pay.
I know, you're still going to pay. Yeah.
Nanar, take our money.
I'm very excited. Like I have a few things in the hopper, and I'm excited to get going on it. I just don't have time until the weekend. So this is going to be my nights and weekends, but my nights right now are busy trying to upload a freaking video to YouTube. So there you go. I'm sorry.
We have Nanar coming on our show next week. Rish is going to come next Friday to chat. So
next Friday. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. By the way, well, no, I'll get to that later. I'll get to it when I get in there. This from Ocaso. Zero X Caso, farewell Farcaster. Here's what Tri-Emerge made for me using the Farcaster logo hospital theme. Mark yours, spark yours now. So these were fun to see. These are in jest. Everybody relax. I'm going to circle back to this topic in just a bit. I'm going to move on and talk about some builders first. So let's do that, and we'll be back here in a moment. This from DWR. What's the TLDR? Why DRB is trending again? And I just tagged Emily. I'm like, that's the TLDR. That's it. There you go. It's TLD. It's just Emily Jr. And that's what I was going to mention, is that I'm working to find a time to get him in. I was trying to get him in on Monday because Grok wasn't available for Clancaster Spotlight. So I reached out to Emily Jr. to see if he was available. He's not available next Monday, so we're trying to find another time. So working on it, and we'd love to have him on just to chat, but we gave him a big shout out a week ago. And if you had been watching the show, and if you had bought some DRB at that time, not financial advice, DYOR, you would be up quite a bit, like tremendously a bit, like 300x or something crazy. So just saying. And along those lines, Jesse, he said, I just ran into this guy in the street and he told me Grok has money. So there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. And then this from Emily Jr. I'll say this. I have infinite respect for Jesse. I thought I loved this ecosystem. I do. No one loves it more than Jesse. It hit me pretty hard how much Jesse genuinely cares about a better future. Base is going to win. So loved that post. And like,
I walk on the street, I never run into anybody, just so you know.
Anyway.
Where are these guys?
Anyway, I'm never on the street. I'm thinking it might have been a planned meeting, but who knows? I will say that he's just relentless, and I just really appreciate him. So that was our discussion last Wednesday, was just with Rachel, is like, I just appreciate how hard he goes. Mm-hmm. And it's not, he's not the dev. He's not like benefiting is he a bag holder? Of course. But how many bag holders do you see ride this hard? Almost no one. And it's because he loves the story behind it and the builders behind it, not just his bags. So there you go. So just another little shout out. Grok has money. If you didn't know, Grok has money. Everyone's just literally hanging on and waiting for the Elon tweet. Like, just waiting.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, the whole timing too of like, X is embracing crypto and Grok has money. Yeah. It seems.
Yeah. It's just a moment. It's a moment. It all just had to come
unusable together for me right now. Just so you know, you guys have ruined
There's that too.
You've ruined
and
my
this is why we spend most of our time on Farcaster. But hi Twitter. Hi, we love you over there. People watching from there. And GM Nikita. I'm just gonna, every morning I should just start with GM Nikita. This from 0x Luau. Okay, DRB just briefly flipped Clanker right after flipping Banker. So let me stop there just for a moment. For those who may not know, DRB was launched by Grok on Twitter via Banker, which is all built on Clanker. So if you don't understand what all that means, I know none of these words are in the Bible.
Oh, that made it so much clearer for people who don't know.
Didn't you get that? Clanker's the protocol. Banker was the client. Banker was used by Grok. Grok launched DRB, the token. Got it?
They're all AIs.
They're all AIs. Yeah.
And this is something that makes sense in 2025.
Sure.
When did it launch? 2025?
2025. Yeah. I think it's about a year ago. I think. It's been around it was definitely a year ago. So the thing I keep thinking about, and I'm not sure any of them will check their Canvas classroom anymore, but my students from last spring semester, I had them doing swaps. They could pick any tokens. A lot of them picked DRB because it happened to be trending at that moment. It was very low. They definitely have 500x what they had if they look. They didn't have a lot. They were swapping tiny bits, but it's probably $20 or something if they go look in their wallets. So if you happen to be listening, students, go check your wallets. And also you'll be updating your Coinbase wallet to Base app. So there you go while you're doing that, because they were on Coinbase wallet. So we'll see if anybody's checked. All right. So again, DRB just briefly flipped Clanker right after flipping Banker. This didn't happen by accident. It was driven by a rare convergence of factors. A compelling origin lore, the first meme coin ever suggested by Grok and automatically deployed via agent-to-agent execution. The real fusion of crypto and AI, powered by Base, Clanker, Banker, Privy, and amplified by the AI stack behind Banker and Grok. An almost cult level community push led by Emily Jr. I mean, it's mostly just him, but he might have some other followers.
Almost. I don't know about that word almost in that sentence.
Almost. Yeah. It's like, period. The DRB community pushed relentlessly, Emily Jr., with nonstop support and promotion, fueled by heavy overlap from the MFer and Banker communities. That's true. Those MFers, they ride hard. When they see something that they really like, they ride hard. A historic on-chain signal, a Grok-associated wallet earning over $1 million in fees from DRB, a clear moment where Grok made serious money on-chain and narrative turned into measurable reality. Institutionalized storytelling, debt relief bot, being indexed and systematically documented on XAI's Grokopedia. That was a big thing. That's what we were shouting out a week ago, was that it had been included in Grokopedia, which I didn't know existed. And then the only other meme coin in there was Doge. So it was just interesting. And Emily, is the reason I saw it was because Emily shouted it out. Otherwise, I never would have known. Growing influencer participation, more voices, including Coles like James Wynn, picked up the signal and joined the journey. Okay, so there's a trader named James Wynn who usually loses really bad, so I don't know why we're calling him a Cole, but anyway. He's had some really massive losses, but he picked up a pretty big bag this week, and that got a lot of people's attention. So I think that was part of this catalyst of what's happening the past few days. So, and what's next? More catalysts may be coming, more participants may be coming, more liquidity may be coming. And I'd like to just throw in one more thing, is that we've been shouting out DRB and Emily Jr. lately. So there you go. I'm just saying. This from Little Dog X. If you're looking for exposure, I didn't know this. If you're looking for exposure for your product, you can join r/base on Reddit. Apply for the Builder Spotlight and get 1 week of exposure. Reddit is a great place to showcase what you're building. Secondly, you can join base.base.eth Discord and share with everyone what you've been building. I always forget about the Discord. I was in there very early on, like before they launched, and I haven't really done much in there since. Simon and the rest of the team are always there for everyone, solving problems and issues for builders and users. Last but not least, turn your product into a mini app. Register it on base.dev and have a chance to get it featured in the Base app. Also, it's important to find what's missing in the space and what people need, solve a real problem, or improve KOL, and they'll come to use it. Stop blaming QOL.
Quality of life.
Quality of life? Yeah, improve quality of life. I was like, I'm not sure what we're going for there. Stop blaming others for your lack of exposure. Someone can be a crack dev, but not great in communications or building a community. Start to adapt. Entrepreneurship is not one-sided. Base isn't picking winners. They create them. Build on Base. And I just liked that message. It has a lot of useful tools that I either didn't know about or I forget about and I don't think about. So really liked that post. So thank you for that. I had one more thing I thought. Hold on. I don't see it. I don't know why. Yeah, it's hiding. It's hiding. That's why. One more thing. This from Trish. And this is a little call to action, especially if you're over there on Twitter right now. Would be great if you went to X to like and comment on this. This is from Cassie Hart replying to Shaw Makes Magic, who was talking about he wished this existed. And she basically came back and said, building a decentralized protocol capable at hosting at cloud scale takes a multidisciplinary approach involving multi-party computation, efficient protocol design, and novel P2P architecture other protocols don't have. I know this because I've spent the better of 8 years building it. So this is Equilibrium and Quorum, which is the mobile app that is for Farcaster. But the larger protocol is exactly what he was looking for. So if you want to give that a little love and make sure that Shaw pays attention. So yeah, liked that. That was good to see as well. All right. You ready?
And when is Cassie? When do we have Cassie coming on? I know
we've got to get Cassie on here. Like we keep talking about it and we still haven't got it nailed down. We've got a bunch of builders on the list.
I thought you were DMing her.
No, I did. And then we didn't get a date on that book. So we got to get it done. We got to get it done. All right. So going back to this, the sadness of the hospital room. By the way, I liked your fox in this one. It was very cute. Here's what's going on. Let's dive into JC's. I got a few others to follow up, and let's talk about this. Horsefax is the only FC team member still actively casting. Dan, V, Linda, Sloke have all tapered off and barely cast with any consistency. Something is brewing behind the scenes, and I want to know what it is, primarily for the sake of my clanker bags. I was so bullish on that buyout, but they haven't done or said much since the merger, and now the team has gone largely silent in the new year. Is Jesse buying Farcaster? Anyone know what's happening here? Okay. And then we had this. Feels like we may get an announcement that Farcaster is shutting down. And then we had this. I don't know. Starting to feel like Farcaster is fading out. I hope it's not true. I always said I'd be here till they turn off the lights, and I'll keep to that. But follow me on X just in case. Now that's something. This from Oxen. What are people thinking here? Team is cooking behind the scenes or beginning of the end? I'm sure all clanker holders, etc., are curious. And there was one more. Oh, whoops. And this is to sum it up. My entire feed is people talking about how quiet FC is.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Adrian. So we haven't talked. I haven't seen you cast about this. I haven't casted about this. We've talked about some things behind the scenes of just like our own speculation. So back during the holidays, like pretty much like leading up to Christmas, you had said, I think they had been offline. Dan and V hadn't casted for like a week, and it was unusual, like 5 days or something. And I was like, that's the longest I've ever seen them. And you said something to me. What did you say? What did you say you thought might be going on?
I don't think I said anything.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. I don't remember. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You said sometimes people are quiet when they might be getting acquired.
Oh, there's a quiet period.
So explain what that means.
I wasn't talking about Farcaster. I was just I was talking in general about during M&A, especially if you're dealing with public entities. There's a quiet period and you can't talk about things. That's all. I wasn't talking Farcaster prof in that private conversation we had.
Anyway, so this has been like floating about. There's a lot of people thinking this. It's not, I'm not just saying you. It was something like offhanded, and it was really, and I was like, I think, and my comment back was like, I think they're just on holiday. Like, I really think they're just traveling. They're taking a moment.
Yeah, which is reasonable.
Yeah. And leading up to that, things were getting very tense. Like there was a lot of like just annoying humans being annoying. You know what I mean? And it was you could start to see the cracks in Dan a little bit, and like you needed a break. So I took it as that.
Yeah.
But then there started to be a few other rumblings from other folks coming back into the new year of that same kind of like, maybe something's going on. Okay. So here's my take. Based on absolutely no information from anyone directly involved. I want to make that very clear.
I just want to say
absolutely nothing.
We know nothing. Before you say anything, what I find is, look, I'm a mature, middle-aged woman. I don't like gossip. Like
I do.
I am.
Yeah, I am not mature.
I'm not a fan of gossip. I don't like back channeling. I don't like private little chats. Like what you see from me, like in public, is what you get behind the scenes. So I don't like talking about gossip on our show because I like to do news, like.
I know.
That being said, more and more keeps coming up that people won't gossip. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway. So all I want to say is there have been these like behind the scenes little kind of chatter about what's going on with Farcaster. I mean, it really does come from, I think, Dan, who is the most active caster.
Yeah.
Like, and
he got quiet.
And so transparent, and he got quiet. By the way, the guy's got like a very young family, and he's been working, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 5 years. Like, dude, enjoy your holiday. But what I found interesting is it just seemed like yesterday, like one person casts, and then like the floodgates open. Then it's like, oh, we're allowed to talk about this publicly now. And then people have to emote. And anytime you are connected to a brand that informally, you get like attached. People get attached, right? So people get attached to Twitter, having no stake in the game, whatever. It's different on Farcaster, right? Because one, you don't know if everyone took a bet on Farcaster, and so you get even more emotionally attached to it, like you're kind of investing in the platform. But I think to JC and maybe Oxen's point, people actually feel like there's skin in the game.
Yeah.
With Clanker, right? There's no Farcaster token, but I think because of Clanker, all of a sudden, so I appreciated that at least there was transparency. As like, hey, my bags. Anyway, you can go on to talk about your. Sorry. The last thing I'll say is anyone who's tried to kind of ping me, and like all the conversation has always been, I have no information, right?
I have no information.
Zero.
Everything is speculation, just based on what we're seeing. And if you've been here for as long as we've been here, it's just like there's certain patterns of casting, certain patterns of communication that seem to like diverge from the norms. And that's what started to spark some of this. So anyway, but before I say this, I have to say that, Farcaster's declining if I'm late to GMFC 2 episodes in a row. I take responsibility. Yes, it's your fault.
Let's just take a moment.
Blame the cat.
Let's take a moment to tell everyone how much we love Yesta Crypto. Yesta Crypto
so much.
Found GM Farcaster when he was new to Farcaster, and a lot of people have found GM Farcaster when they're new to Farcaster, and they use our show to kind of ramp up.
Yeah,
it's really hard to listen to a live stream 3 days a week because guess what? People are busy, have jobs,
have lives. Yeah.
This man keeps showing up, even though he doesn't need to, because he's amazing. So love you.
We love you so much.
And it's okay if you're late 2 days in a row. We're
okay with that. We totally forgive you. We're just glad you're here. Okay. So here's where my thinking is.
I don't know what 5-year sub means, but Symbio is also always
here.
He's
talking about hypersub. Hypersub.
Yes, crypto.
5-year hypersub. Yeah. I mean, just unbelievable. Let's hope. Yes, I'm planning to see you in Rome. Okay.
To bring Farcaster back from the dead in Rome. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So we've had this chatter, and I think that's a great point. There's been a little bit of chatter here and there behind the scenes, just little bits, nothing, again, nothing substantial, nothing confirmed, nothing from anybody who would actually know anything. So there's that. But then, yeah, JC Sparks just lit a spark. Threw it out, well, like bomb out there, and everyone went, oh shit, but there's also been this rumbling of Farcasters dying, what's going on, all this stuff. Which I don't think that's really the case. Even the numbers really don't track that too much. Like if you look back to December, but anyway, I think it's also coupled with something else. So here's the other piece. And again, this is all just based on what I'm seeing and observing and my own complete conspiracy theory. You have December 17th hits. You've got system update. Base goes live to everybody. That brings in another 400,000 folks who are using Base app, which just means you're also seeing them on Farcaster. There's that big discussion about creator coins. And you see Brian Armstrong the next day say, I'm getting a lot of feedback on this. We're going to look at this. We're going to talk more about it, about creator coins. And then you see him also have the conversation with Thread Guy. So Thread Guy throws this video out there, really kind of railing on creator coins, and ends up having a conversation for like 2 hours with Brian Armstrong. Okay. If I'm Brian Armstrong and these two things have happened, at some point between December 18th and January 2nd, I have absolutely called Dan Romero. There's no doubt in my mind. Like that had to have happened, right? I don't know anything. This is complete speculation. If I'm Brian Armstrong, that's who I'm calling because he knows him very well. They've, worked together for 10 years or whatever. If I want to get another perspective on all of this information and try to verify what I'm being told by all these different people, or try to understand some of the reaction to this from people who don't know, like, Gary Tan launching a coin and his experience and all these different things. So I'm getting all these inputs and I'm trying to sort this out and really understand, is this the direction we should still continue in? Should we, what should we do here? I'm going to call Dan at some point and have a conversation. So there's been a lot of speculation. The thing I've been seeing, and I've seen it for a couple weeks now, it wasn't just yesterday, but I've seen it for a couple weeks, is that maybe Coinbase is buying Farcaster. I don't know. But at this point, would it surprise me? No, not really. Just for all those reasons of like, if I'm thinking that social is the direction, which I believe it is, and I'll dive back to that in a second, because I've heard that too. SocialFi is dead. No. Exact opposite. And I still want that aspect. And maybe what I want to do is maybe lean more into Clanker or something like that. I don't know. That might be something I would acquire if I was Brian Armstrong. I am not Brian Armstrong. I don't know how Brian Armstrong thinks. But this makes sense to me in a logical sort of progression of what may have happened in some alternate universe. Also, Dan could have just been on vacation. Varun was traveling in India on vacation with his family. Mm-hmm. It literally could just be that, period. And they've just been a little quieter and they're gearing up and they're getting ready for the new year and they're making plans and they're trying to figure out what direction and just solidify what they're doing, and the team is focused. That literally could be the other thing. And that's probably the more likely. But there is that other one that's possible. There is no poly market on this. I did check. So there you go. Yet.
You check Kalshi? Did you check?
I did not check all the things. I have started using Rainbow's integration of Polymarket, if that's what I'm understanding it is. I did not see anything there. I did check there. So it could be like very, very simple of we're just, gearing up. Here's our next goals, plans, priorities, and we're solidifying everything. And we just needed a freaking break. We saw Dish needed a break for sure. He took a pretty long break. Like, I think that could be it.
But we needed a break
We
You
needed a
have the
freaking
easy
break.
job.
And yeah, we don't do, I mean, like we needed a break. Everyone needed a break. Everyone was like so overwhelmed. So it could just be that. So don't read too much into it. But I do understand why people are coming to that conclusion. Because as I look through it and look at the like logic of what's happening, I can see that. The other thing is, yeah, there was a period of time, Dan's not casting much, V's not casting much, or not at all. They had a big break where they didn't cast at all. Jesse started not casting too much the past week or so. So I understand what's fueling the speculation. I just don't think we have any solid evidence of anything yet. But, you know, if we do, when we do, we'll definitely let you know if we hear anything for sure. The other thing is I keep hearing is like, oh, SocialFi is dead. They're killing SocialFi. It doesn't work. They're only doing trading, and you're missing the forest for the trees. That's exact opposite of what's happening. And the reason I say that is look at Robinhood, look at Twitter. Like, what are they both doing? They're building in trading. Robinhood's going to build in social into its platform. They've already been talking about how they're trying to do some of that. And Twitter is building in the finance part of it. So it's the exact opposite. They're on the right track is to combine the two things where you have people talking about the thing they're buying or what they bought or what, like all of that is the right track. Streaming with coins and being able to buy on stream, I still think that's a good idea. I really do. It makes a lot of sense when it's done in the right way and not in a totally shilly, ridiculous, I'm in a cage and I won't get out until the market cap is blah, blah, blah way. That's stupid. Don't do that. And don't encourage that. That's ridiculous. But the normal thing makes a lot of sense. You want, it's just like shopping shows. It's QVC for a new age of like you have, or Amazon Live, or TikTok lives, where you have people in front of you, you want them to buy this thing, you're going to talk about the thing and why they should buy the thing and give them a quick opportunity to buy the thing. And that's all. So there you go. That's my thoughts.
Speaking of, make sure you check out gmfarcaster.shop and pick up your t-shirts.
Get your t-shirt. Be like Zal. All right. Adrian, your thoughts on everything I just spewed. I forgot my tinfoil hat. I left it over there. I meant to put it on while I was doing this. I meant to put on the hat before I did this.
We need a third person on our panel today.
We do.
Really?
Which person would that be, though?
I don't know. Does anyone in the audience want to DM me and want to come on and join the gossip? I like Red Wings. They do, by the way, people do want to hear.
This show is great. Adrian, I only want to use facts and news now. Let's go down this rabbit hole. I love a rabbit hole. I'm sorry. I do. I just do. And I mean, and it's not in like I believe, all the aliens are coming, but I believe there's something.
But there might be.
There might be. I'm open to the possibility. It's a different kind of a thing. Like I won't believe it until I have evidence. 100%. Like I don't believe things unless I have evidence. I am a lawyer, but I got another side to me that likes a good conspiracy theory.
I like Yes to Crypto's conspiracy theory, which is like, you want the protocol to win, make the app bad. And we have, by the way, this is the joke of like Farcaster is dying.
Yeah.
There are more people who have onboarded because Base came out of beta. I mean, and there's a bazillion alt clients for real, not on test flight in the app store. Yeah. And it's like, for everyone, like, why did I come to Farcaster? It's because I wanted to be able to share take followers with you, use different clients, not be tied to any one single app or founder. Yeah. I need to find the GM Farcaster store. It's gmfarcaster.shop.
Put it back up on.
Okay. That's the URL.
There it is.
That's the URL.
That's the URL. Yeah. That's it.
If you go to gmfarcaster.com or our mini app, that we link to it in the footer. So
I should add another discount for our chat. I'll add a 10%. I'll call it GM chat. I'm just telling you now, but I won't be able to do it till after this. So, but
a discount
later. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to add a discount, and I'm just going to tell you the code right now because I will set it up after this. Okay, so that'll be the code. And I'll add that later, and hopefully I won't forget. So look for that.
Okay.
Look for that later today. I'll let you know when it's out there. Okay.
And okay, so
what are your thoughts
point,
on what I said?
I guess it's my responsibility to react. I really have no interest in speculating what I don't have information on. I understand humans want certainty, and it feels good to like, oh, okay. I will say in the past, as I've been hanging out on Farcaster, and you think about what's the end game for Farcaster, right? And how hard it is to, like, there's a reason no new social network has been created recently. People say TikTok. TikTok's not a social network.
I know, but they consider it social media. It's not a social network. Sure. You're right, but it's social media, and I think that one's the newest.
User-generated content.
Yeah,
and it's
falls into the category, but it's not the same. Yeah.
So what is the end game? And then obviously we talk about distribution rules everything around me. The network effects. Once you have a network at scale, it's like impossible to create a new network.
Yeah.
Because when you have an at scale network, they're too powerful. You can't go somewhere where there's nobody there.
Right.
Okay. So when I've been hanging out on Farcaster, and I've wanted Farcaster to succeed because I believe the world is better having a decentralized protocol that is open and permissionless. What is the end game? You either create it, like somehow you're able to chip away at existing networks because the people believe in what decentralization can give, and you become really jaded against kind of the centralized corporate networks.
Entities.
That's me. Dan will tell you again and again, no one gives a shit. I don't care. I think people don't care because they don't know. I mean, look at all the people
marching. They don't care until they do. Yeah, they don't care until they don't. Shaw Makes Magic didn't care until Eliza got banned on Twitter. You know what I mean? And then it became important. And now you see him calling out, for even more decentralization based, and that's what Cassie's
like. Why do people march in the streets? Right? It's like because you have to. And some of this is education. And people don't understand anyway. So it either gets successful or it's like, who are you getting acquired by? And Coinbase was just always logical.
Yeah.
Because they're the behemoth.
They're the behemoth in the room.
Behemoth, yeah. And they didn't have social and It just seemed obvious to me. Not obvious, but just logical. Other ones, and then there was always like, or is it like a Meta, some existing social network that either wants to buy it and
wants to move into crypto or kill it
or something and wants to build something. I just think of like companies like Stripe, and I don't know why, but they just acquire every, like
well, they acquire
crypto and
That's interesting. Now that's interesting. Hadn't thought about that. Not necessarily.
I mean, Stripe is doing a ton in crypto, but anyway. So I think
it could be something like that. It could be Robinhood. It could be. There's a million different ways to look at this. Like it could be a bigger.
I don't think X, because I think Elon is afflicted with I alone. Like I'm not. I alone can solve all problems.
I would say 100%. Twitter will never acquire something like that looks like a competitor. I don't even think even to kill it. I don't think they care enough.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is, who is really Coinbase's competitors going to be in the next 5 years? It's not
Robinhood.
It's Robinhood.
Going?
Yeah. It's Robinhood. It's Twitter. Twitter is going to be if they start to integrate wallet. So that's the thing. And that's why every time somebody says SocialFi is going to be dead because Farcaster is going to die. Like, first of all, if Farcaster dies, it doesn't even matter. Like it's SocialFi is going nowhere. It's even going to be more so. But that's also why I don't think Farcaster will die. I think it might be acquired as a valuable piece of this puzzle by somebody like it could be somebody like a Robinhood. Who knows? But also, I don't think we have zero information. Again, let me just say this one more time.
Zero
about whether
Should I put up the ticker when we do rumor mills? It's just like The point
good
of the show
idea.
is just to give people an outlet to get their conspiracy theories out, emote, and gossip. And
Yes,
I hate
exactly.
this show. I hate doing this every time. I just want to do news. I just want to be a newscaster.
That's funny.
No, we are not clanking.
Well,
This is not.
this is not breaking news.
The point of the show is to be funny so people can make me laugh with your
Yeah.
comments. And you are, we are
And
not
you're
clanking
crushing it.
rumor
Yeah.
Red Wings.
There we go. There we go. This is not
Exactly.
breaking news in the slightest.
If you're just listening, we have a ticker that reminds everyone we are not breaking news.
This is not breaking news.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to keep reminding people that. I mean, and by the way,
the protocol, I think it's also right. Like when you think about like what everyone is talking about, and obviously there's the protocol, which is different than the app, and
yeah,
I don't
and
know,
whether
like,
so that's why, I mean, that's why, again, why it might make sense for Coinbase now or in the future to purchase Farcaster for the larger protocol, not just the client. But also, I just had to point out one thing. I'm drinking a protein shake. It's not purple. It's green.
Oh, it's green.
It's green. And I just realized, I'm like, I held it up and I'm like, what? Like, that was just funny. Turn everything purple on this show. We die for purple. Love purple.
I love Farcaster. By the way, Coinbase competitor will be Chase.
Yes. Yes. It will be the large banks.
Speaking of other conspiracy,
JP Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not breaking news, and we are not very serious people. I want this to be our cover. So smile, Adrian.
All right, don't blink and
don't blink and smile for a second. Thank you. I think that's important.
There was a time in the beginning of GM Farcaster when I was doing the YouTube uploads, and we needed to do, like, I never cared about the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, just pick one. I don't care. Anyway,
there's an auto one. Yeah.
Yeah. Prof does the thumbnails now, and she does such a good job of making us both look good.
It's very hard.
And
you have no idea. It's hard to get us both smiling at the same time, not blinking, looking, and as soon as you add other people, it gets exponentially harder with every person who gets added.
Okay, so while we're on rumors, did you hear Jamie Dimon is considering a presidential run? And by the way, when I heard that, I literally just was like, oh my God, I will go campaign, and like for every moderate who needs anyway.
That guy. I hate that guy. I hate that guy. Okay. What I thought you were going to say was, have you heard Jamie Dimon now likes Bitcoin? Because he does. Like all of a sudden he turned to crypto. No, he's a jerk. Can't stand him. Anyway, whole different
conversation. I finally had a little bit of like, okay, let's not go there. I mean, maybe.
Anyway. Well, I mean, he's the one who was railing against crypto for 10 years because he's protecting his bank.
Because you're a single issue
now
voter.
Guess what?
And now guess what? Voter. You're a
yeah. Guess what? JP Morgan wants launched their own chain. Like, so I can't with them. So he just bugs me.
Okay.
He really bugs me. He was a lot behind the SEC, like Gary Gensler and all that too. So I can't with him. But anyway, I understand the appeal on the presidential level. I get that. That type of person I would vote for, just not him. So there you go. I lived
in New York City during the Bloomberg era, so I am forever tainted by people.
I like Bloomberg.
Okay. We digress.
We very much digress. So, there's a million conspiracy theories out there of many different things. So enjoy. I don't think we'll know anything soon. Like, I think, it's just rumors for this moment. If we have any actual information, we'll let you know. But also, I think it's good to just kind of be aware, look around. But also, the other big thing is just know that if you are on Farcaster right now, You are super early to what is going to be the biggest meta in the next 5 years, which is social fi. I am 100% convinced, and I have no doubts about that in whatever form it comes. But it's definitely happening. So
yeah,
buckle up, friends, and just know that you were early and you're
right.
ready. You're ready
The
for it.
everything app.
Yeah. The everything. Exactly. Yeah.
Also, having the I found the timeline yesterday just kind of interesting too, because again, my background comes from the corporate world. So like I'm used to having worked in places that have done M&A, and it feels familiar because everybody who wants, like, you just want information, and all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
like you just like, oh my God, the world has to stop. Why? The world doesn't have to stop.
No.
The world feels like it has to stop. And I was reminded of this study that I shared a few years ago. It was this scientific study that they were giving people the choice of, it was like a random electric shock.
Oh.
And you had the choice, I think, of of taking the electric shock. It was like, give it to me now so I don't have to know when. It was like it was like going to be random. And people couldn't handle the anticipation of when it was going to be. So they were like,
Yeah.
just give it to me now.
Yeah.
It was like,
I can see that.
I'd rather have an electric shock now than maybe one in the future. And it's like people just cannot.
So it was like
handle
a definite one or a maybe you might
maybe in the
later on.
future, and you have to just sit there, and people are like, just give it to me now.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go look up exactly what it was, but it was like scientifically proving that how humans operate with uncertainty.
Yeah, we don't like
Can't
it.
handle it.
In
The
slightest.
pain,
Markets
the pain of not
really
knowing.
hate uncertainty. Markets hate uncertainty.
Right. So it's just the pain
Yeah.
of not knowing was worse than the pain of like the actual event.
I think that is the moment we're in right now at a larger scale as well. Is like everything feels very uncertain, you know, in every possible sector. And it's just makes you more and more
Like,
anxious and uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will say I have never regretted time spent building mini apps. I've never regretted time spent developing, making friends on Farcaster, building, going. So it's like, I don't know. What do you, everybody relax. It's going to be okay.
Relax. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, if tomorrow they say, you know, either we're shutting down or we sold it to this person and we're like, okay, we're GM, nothing. You know, we'll figure it out and we'll move on to whatever the next thing is that's supposed to be in our next adventure. So we'll just roll with it.
IBM is still called IBM. I don't think they're making business machines anymore. So
are they not? I don't even know what they make anymore. Yeah, things change, things move on. It happens, but we'll see. We'll see. Mm-hmm. All right. I love this, actually. Let me throw this on. Being part of Farcaster has pushed me to build and learn things I wouldn't normally have done 100%. Like there is zero chance I would be coding a mini Die Hard game just cuz and spending an insane amount of hours doing it. No way. Absolutely no way.
I also don't like that somehow this feels like a
goodbye moment.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Not at all.
People? What are we doing? Also, can we also shout out apps like Try a Merge for like
incredible.
Always like when the kind of things happen. The memes are always the funnest. Is that a word?
Funnest, yes.
The most fun part. And we used to have to make memes by hand, and now you can do it in a mini app, and
it's amazing.
Really fun. Yeah.
I think this is what helps people process stuff too. Mm-hmm. Like you either it's a moment or it's like a way to process news. And I love it. Wait, where's mine? Where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. It's so cute. And I love Try Merge. It's just everything. And I didn't pull this, but Bob Weir had passed away this weekend. And the Grateful Dead ones were so fun. And I made one. I created one too, where you were on stage with them and it was fun. So like things like that are really fun to do. And it keeps you, just keeps it fun, keeps it lighter. The world is the world is what it is right now. It ain't great in some places, but we can turn it around, make a little bit of positivity today. What a long, strange trip. That is for sure.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
sums it
vibes
up.
up. That's also my other
That sums it
theory
up.
is just everyone has just displaced angst.
Yes.
And and I'm going to say it's coming from, actually, I won't sit here and
Yeah. It's
tell you where
just
it's
coming from the world, the external world. There's a lot of, I think that's a big part of it. I think there was a lot of positivity coming into 2026, and then it felt like that kind of shifted very quickly. But also, on the plus side, if you need something to be happy about, go look at your bags because they're all up right now. Why? Don't really know. Could be the market structure bill. So we do have a market structure bill that's going into markup tomorrow in one committee and in another committee the end of January. There's a lot of issues with that bill, and they're still trying to hammer them out. But I will say one thing for Coinbase: appreciate them doing the work. They are there today. They're in Washington. They're with stand with crypto. They're fighting the good fight. So whatever this bill ends up to be in its final form, we know that they've done everything they could to make sure it was what we were hoping for. But I think there might be some. From what I'm seeing, there's a little bit of capitulation to the banks, which I don't like, or I should say the banking lobby. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's happening this week. And I think that's what's driving the price action, but I'm really not sure if there's another reason that you guys are seeing. Let me know, but it seems to be that. And also the inflation numbers came out yesterday, and they're predicting another rate cut will happen later this month based on those numbers. Again, we'll see. I do have some poly market action on the rate cuts. And you know what's trending right now? No change. And I think that's stemming from Powell's video. And I'm like, you guys are missing the point. He is not vindictive, and he won't make a decision. There won't be a decision made based on that. It will be numbers. So look at the numbers only. Those are the only things that are going to drive whether or not a rate cut happens. It won't have anything to do with politics. I guarantee you that. So anyway, nothing we've said today is financial advice, life advice, legal advice, or any advice whatsoever. All conspiracy theories are my own opinions and not those of GM Farcaster or Adrian for that matter. So,
because I have none.
She has her own, or not at all. And anything you see out there, just continue to question authority as we have been brought up to do. So there you go. All right, folks. Anything else, Adrian, that we may have missed?
No, I was worried we would have nothing to talk about because we were on just 24 hours ago. And
thanks, Sparks.
Yeah, seriously. So I apologize for anyone who took the bet that we would be under 29 minutes today. We are not.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And a shout out to the Haberdashery one last time. Thank you for sponsoring us. We really appreciate it. This is how we keep going. And so thanks. Go check them out in the degendao channel over there on Farcaster. All right, Adrian.
Thank you to everyone who chatted today.
Thank you, everybody. You guys have been fun. It's been a fun one.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
You really are. It's been a fun one. I guarantee you, should the worst case scenario happen, we will stream a funeral. Don't you worry. All right. With that, we will be back Friday. I had put the auction up way too late. So we only had a few hours because we were such a back-to-back show. So I'm going to put another auction up for Friday's show. We're going to continue to experiment with Late Night on Base throughout the month of January. So if you're interested in getting your cast featured on the show, I'm going to post the auction shortly. So go bid on that for Friday's show. And Friday, what time are we on? We don't have a guest, do we, this week?
No.
So regular time, 8:30?
No. 8:30
Regular
a.m. Eastern Friday.
We'll see you then. So until then, folks, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.